Hello everyone, welcome back to GMAT Hub. This video is for those people whose exam day is around the corner. I get a lot of questions from people who say that they were scoring 730 consistently in the mocks, but in the exam day they couldn't even touch 700. Most of them say that their mind went blank on the test day. They could be correct to some extent. We would tackle that situation in today's video, plus 2-3 more important points. The whole idea of this video is that you have done a lot of work for 3-4 months, and some people even more. I've seen a lot of people struggling for more than 6 months for GMAT. All that hard work should not go down the drain during the exam day. You should be able to perform at your peak level. I've seen a lot of people who scored 10 or 20 points more than what they were scoring in the mocks. Okay, that can really happen. That's not a problem. I mean, I'm not talking you are scoring more on the test day. At least you should be able to score the best that you got in the mocks. So let's get started. So a day before, I'll focus on that. There's a reason why I'm starting from that. A day before, you should not study anything at all, not related to GMAT, not related to anything else. Your mind should be totally clutter-free, should be stress-free. Whatever practice you have done for 3-4 months, one day is not going to make any mistake. And I mean, don't be anxious that you want to revise everything just a day before. It doesn't really happen. Your mind cannot retain a lot of stuff. Your mind should be totally calm and clutter-free one day before. If you're working, take a day off a day before also. Watch movies and do anything. I mean, don't drink too much so that it becomes a problem the next day. So one day before, don't do anything, okay, related to GMAT. Second, I mean, pretty obvious, keep your ID and other stuff ready. ID as in your passport. You don't want to, keep looking for your passport on the exam day in the morning. That is not the right way to do things. Keep it ready, keep it in your bag. When I say other things such as how would you reach that center? I mean, do you know the location? Or, I mean, you don't need last minute hiccups for that purpose. Okay? Everything should be in place a day before so that your mind is totally free as to what will happen tomorrow. Very important on the exam day. What should we do? Reach at least 1 hour before the test. Take it as a gospel, as a sermon. You have to reach 1 hour before, come what may. What would you do 1 hour before? Now this is really, really critical. So I stumbled upon this thing a few years back accidentally. A lot of people used to say that while taking mocks, their initial few questions, especially in verbal, they used to take a lot of time and the accuracy level was not consistent. So for example, initial 5-10 questions, you're reading them again and again. If that happens to you, this is for you. I mean, even if it doesn't happen to you, this is for you. This is really, really critical. So I asked them to solve few questions, like 5-10 questions, okay, or maybe 10 to 15 questions, not more than that. Don't spend more than half an hour on this exercise. 20 to 30 minutes on this exercise, wherein you would be solving few questions, easy to moderate difficulty level, not really difficult ones. The idea behind this is that your mind should get warmed up for the actual test. So it's like body getting warmed up for a game, let's say, for gym, let's say. Your mind also needs some bit of warming up before you start the actual practice, because this is not something that you do on a daily basis. Okay, I mean, if you're working, you don't do it every day. You don't solve critical reasoning questions every day. So mind has to be in a certain flow. It has to have certain fluidity and certain rhythm for the exam to be done properly. To this exercise, I mean, all the things that I've said in this video, this is the most important thing. This is something that you cannot miss out on for the exam day. If you do this properly, trust me, you'll not face that situation where you would say that your mind went totally blank. Okay? So any questions, any queries that you have, do get in touch with us. We'll help you out in any way possible. Thank you.